Hi, I'm Sky,
And I'm Blue.
and welcome to another episode of What Keeps Me Up at Night. And today we're going to be talking about the video game series Grand Theft Auto.
Remember, you forget 1,000 things every day. Make sure this podcast isn't one of them.
Welcome, Blue. So I would like to first off ask, are you a gamer?
Yeah. If you asked me this question a couple years ago, I'd probably say no, but definitely present day, post-COVID, I would say I'm a gamer for sure.
How many games do you actually play? What are some of your favorite games?
Definitely GTA 5. I play some Rocket League. I kind of play a lot of puzzle games, but GTA 5 is one that I keep returning to. I feel like I'm addicted to that game almost.
Is GTA 5 the only Grand Theft Auto game you played?
No, I've actually went back and tried San Andreas, GTA 4, and yeah, I think that's how far I could get because the other ones I need like a completely different system to play, I think.
Yeah, all the
So-
updated versions are so wonky. It's just terrible.
I would like to check them out though, like 3, 2, and 1, I guess. Yeah.
Well, one was actually over the top based game, so it wasn't like a first person or third person shooter. You would just it would look like like Nintendo basically. You're looking down on top of like these little squares that would be their cars, and those would drive around, and you have like this little person. He was like this big, and they would shoot and stuff. But the first game wasn't the same as it is now.
I would have loved to check that out. That's
But,
cool.
Yeah, actually, the first game was an accident. They were trying to make a game like Need for Speed, where you get chased by cops, but there was a glitch, and the cops kept running them off the road, and it was like overly aggressive. So they retooled the whole game to make it into the game that it is now because of a glitch.
That is fucking awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and then part 2 is basically the same. They did they just added to it. 3 was the first time they actually stepped out and did a new 3D world.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Considering how wonky 4 was, I could like just only imagine. Well, no, not 4. I think San Andreas was a little wonkier than 4,
Oh yeah.
which is interesting because didn't they? Oh wait, did San Andreas come out before 4?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and 3 they had a guy, Mike. I forgot his name. It's been a long time, but he didn't talk through the whole game. And then they actually made jokes about it, like, "Oh, you don't talk."
Oh,
And then the one got. I didn't even play 3. I played like 3 later on, but what got me into it was Vice City.
okay.
Vice City is based in Miami. A lot of palm trees. It's kind of like a Scarface kind of world.
Yeah, I would have to try that one too, the Vice City one.
Well, there's actually part 6 is rumored to be like the Vice. You know how like San Andreas is like part 5.
Mhm.
Vice City would be like to part 6.
Okay.
Like, it's almost the same, but it's more upgraded and bigger, and just more things to do. Do you have a favorite character from GTA 5?
Of course, I love Franklin. I'm a total Franklin person. I don't know if it's that his special is a driving special, which I love. But
Yeah, and you could shoot people too, like Michael. Like it's one of the few times you can like cheat a little bit. Like you can drive and then slowly aim at people and shoot them, make
yeah,
things easier.
I actually don't understand the difference between Michael and Trevor's specials. They seem really similar. I guess Trevor can take more of a hit.
Trevor is rage mode. He doesn't slow things down. Michael slows down time, like bullet time.
I see.
So he can get faster shots off.
Right.
Trevor
okay.
just does more damage and can take more damage, like a tank.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. It's interesting though because Franklin's my favorite character, and they apparently designed it where like new players would be into Franklin. Like he's more for a newer, a newer
I'm new
gamer.
to GTA.
Yeah, he was designed for a newer gamer, and that Michael was designed for someone who's like a veteran. I would say
back into the game.
Yeah, and just wants to like chill. And then Trevor is for the person who wants to bug out on GTA 5.
I love Trevor.
Yeah, like, which I guess his rage mode makes a lot of more sense too.
I guess that's why Michael's like more my favorite. But I think Michael's my favorite because I love his missions. I like the things that he gets to do, and he kind of like the central point. But Trevor is so much fun because I like to go apeshit. Yeah. And that's how I did in Vice City. I would just pile up cars in intersections and then throw a grenade in the middle and watch them blow up. And so I do the same thing now in like a tunnel. Because if you buy the scrapyard for every car that you destroy, you actually get some money.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you save it, because if you don't save it, that money doesn't go to you. So, Blue, are you excited about Grand Theft Auto 6?
Hell yeah. They've been teasing this release for like years now. I just really want to just play this game. They keep saying all these awesome things about it. And I just really can't wait. I think I'm going to be one of those people who waits on the line and tries to be the first people to get the game.
Yeah, buy the system.
I'm buying a new system and buying the game. Maybe they'll do a bundle that day because I'm there.
I hope so. And then 50 Cent just dropped on Instagram a photo that says Vice City in the same color and text of the original Vice City game, which could mean that it's a more official. If past times when Grand Theft Auto has dropped stuff like this, like months after the game would be released. So the fact that we're getting more and more stuff from
like celebrities and stuff,
and even from like people who are working with it, yeah, maybe proves that we're getting a little closer than we think. And I can't wait because I'm excited to blow shit up.
Yeah.
And I think it's great too because it's a Bonnie and Clyde type of setup, and that's perfect for us.
Yeah.
Like we're definitely Bonnie and Clyde. We actually play Grand Theft Auto together all the time. We've beaten the game together at least 5 times.
Yeah, I think that's the reason I'm so excited. It's like I've played GTA 5 so many times that I'm not saying I'm bored with it, but I definitely need a break, and I would love to take a break by playing the new game.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of GTA Online. It's cool because you could do stuff like in the game, but there's just too many people, like real people. Real people ruin everything.
Real people?
Real people. That's the funny about the non-playable characters in this game, that some of the gangsters were actually played by real gangsters. Like, I guess they went like, hey, you Crip guy, you want to be in a video game? Let's go. You okay with working with this blood? No? Okay, we'll get you another Crip then. You'll be the ballers, and you guys will be the fam. And yeah, so they came in and just like random. I wonder if they had guns on them so they could like slap them together in the thing.
Oh man, that's pretty cool though. I like that.
Yeah, I like when they put like little things in. Grand Theft Auto definitely puts like little things in their games to make the game more alive.
Yeah, one thing I read recently, because they Rockstar owns Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah,
as well as GTA, and they did like a shout out to Red Dead Redemption in GTA 5, which I thought was cool. I didn't really play Red Dead Redemption that much because I was really confused on how, like, I kept getting the wanted level and I didn't know how to get out of it. So I just got frustrated and was like, you know what, forget it.
So you played the game a bunch of times. You've beaten it. You've beaten like different like endings, right? You did all the endings?
Yeah.
How many kids did you see in the game?
I mean, are Michael's kids considered...
No, they're over 18.
Oh, yeah? They act really stupid.
Yeah, they're adults.
It's actually shocking. So some of the things they do, I'm like, what? Aren't you a child?
Yeah, they're just stupid.
Okay.
They're rich. They're spoiled. Their daddy gives them everything.
Yeah, yeah.
If you listen to this podcast and you had the same... Fuck you. But you were lucky enough, not everyone is. But that's basically why those kids are like that, because they're spoiled, entitled, and it's basically to prove, to show it's a parody of real life. Like you give kids everything, then they don't work anything for themselves, and then they blame you for when they don't have a job.
Yeah.
But there's another game in the series called Bully, which is about a kid in a school who gets bullied.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in the GTA series. So, obviously there are kids in the universe. Why do you think they're not in the cities?
Right. I mean, because it's so freaking dangerous, right? I guess.
But why? Why is it so dangerous? Unless
Michael and Trevor and Franklin exist.
No. Unless okay, so Miami, New York, and LA are the cities that are based on for Los Santos, Vice City. What's the one in 4 called? Because I always forget. Liberty City.
Yeah.
And that these 3 cities are just purge cities. You're allowed to do anything you want within limits. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, if you go up to a person and you rob them or steal a car, most of the times, cops never bother me.
Were you playing with Michael?
Oh, you're saying because you played with Franklin, they bothered you more?
Nah, I know that was like a I forget what the word is.
A
Like
conspiracy theory?
yeah, right. Thank you.
They're racist.
People were trying to say that GTA was racist.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna base them on real people, aren't the cops in the hills over there racist? So
I don't know.
So you think it's just feeding into it?
Yeah.
Making us think that they're
like
nothing but
where because we think a certain thing, we start seeing a certain thing.
Like when you look to the sky and you see a plane, but you really want to see a UFO, so you see a UFO.
Yeah, or you think it's a balloon. I mean, you think it's a UFO, but it's actually a balloon.
A Mylar balloon. I saw a Mylar balloon in the sky and I thought it was a UFO. I gasped at everything. It was hilarious. I actually thought it was something. But yeah, so in GTA, these cities are purge cities. And that's why if certain people get hit or robbed, like the cops or like nice looking white women, you ever notice that? When you steal from a nice looking white woman, you always get the cops called on you. So I think it's the whole series is just you're allowed to kill people in these, except for certain people. And that's why they only remake those 3 cities, because those are the 3 purge cities of this universe. Because you could take tanks, you could take helicopters, you could destroy shit. And no one ever, and then you get out of jail and you're just like, hey, see you next time.
Yeah, they just take your guns. Like, you can't get more.
Do they take your guns?
If you get arrested, they take your guns.
So it's better just to die.
Yeah.
Because the hospital doesn't take your guns.
Yeah.
Like, we fixed you up. Here's your
They do shotgun, take $5,000 from you.
Here's your assault rifle. Here's your knives. They don't care.
Well, yeah, it's the hospital. They have to return your belongings.
Even if it's illegal?
What do you mean?
It's illegal to have those things.
I don't know.
Especially when you got like 30 of them. You're just walking around.
It's Purge City.
Right. And that's why there's no kids around, because it's just too dangerous. And then other places there are. And it's just weird. And you know why they really do it? It's so you don't hurt little kids in the game and then post it online like, look what I did.
Yeah, and it would probably get a lot of hate for that.
The game gets a lot of hate already.
Actually, online, the game says common sense 18 plus, parents sense 13 plus. So I think parents really are letting their kids play this game.
Kids don't know sometimes what the kids are doing. Then they get mad when they find out, like, well, why did you buy this game? Well, you bought it for me for Christmas.
Yeah, all a parent has to do is just sit in the room while the kid is playing and realize that it's not appropriate.
Yeah, the parents ruined YouTube, bro. There was a YouTube Kids for kids, but parents never let them use it, and they let them use the regular one. And now there's like all these things in Europe that says that you can't do certain things because kids can see it. So now they're doing it here, and people are losing money because it's like, well, there's violence in this video. I'm like, yeah, it's a video about Call of Duty. It's a violent game. It's not meant for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like, oh, this scary movie. Oh, don't give them money. Don't monetize that because my kid can't watch that. Well, who cares? Your kid's not buying anything.
Yeah.
I hate when sometimes it's just like the whole world changes around. And I think that's why GTA is fun to have around, because it brings these things up as a way to show things and let you see, like, in a fun way. Like, people think they're stupid, but if you watch the storyline, it's kind of like South Park. It's offensive, but it makes you think.
Yeah.
And then with Grand Theft Auto 5, what is the thing that you hate the most about it?
Probably the loading time. Yeah, I think nothing beats that.
Did you know some guy just randomly went into the mod and fixed it so the load time would get cut in half?
Mm-hmm.
And then the company wound up giving him like $10,000 for fixing it.
So it used to be longer. What the fuck?
I don't know if it's the computer version or the Xbox version that changes. But yeah, because it's a modder. So I would think that that's just PC, but that doesn't mean they can't fix it for the Xbox.
That's crazy. That's actually really crazy.
I like that in that game that there was a lot of mistakes kept in the game. There's actually a scene with Michael when he meets Mr. Mazura. Is that how you say his name?
Madrazo,
thank you. And he gets hit by the bat. In the making, he actually got hit by a bat. And then the other scene was when Trevor was jumping over the fence to talk to Franklin. He trips and falls.
Oh yeah.
That was like that really happened because everything's in motion cap. So they really found, and he just and that's really Franklin's characters laughing at him
That's awesome.
in real life.
That's really awesome.
You find anything cool about the game?
Yeah. What I thought was really cool is that some of them did the method acting and like how Trevor would do some of his scenes in his underwear just to be put in the mind frame of Trevor. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Is the shit stain included? Like, did he come to the thing with shit stains on?
He probably did, honestly, because his the real life guy seems like the type that would do that just to see what it feels like, or maybe to make a joke out of it too. But he probably did do that.
Actually, gross.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you know that Franklin's cousin? All right, the guy who played Franklin. Let me double check his name. Sean Fonteno.
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning Spanish, so sorry that I'm adding like accent tones to it. But Fonteno, I guess, is how you would say it. His cousin did the voice of CJ in San Andreas.
That's awesome.
I like stuff like that.
I do too.
I like the little things behind closed doors, like that you don't know, like the developers hiring real gang members to voice the NPCs.
Yeah,
that's a cool one. It was the first GTA game to have its own original score. Usually it just keeps licensed songs, but like a lot of the game moments, like Chop is looking for somebody. Remember that scene with Chop? You're looking for the gang member.
Yeah.
And there's a song playing. Yeah. That's their own song. Usually they just get other people's songs to highlight their stuff.
That's cool. If I made music, I would want to make some for GTA.
Yeah, apparently everybody does. What do you want to do? The EDM? What kind of music would you make?
Probably some EDM. Yeah.
Not enough in the radio?
Yeah, no.
Wish there was more, huh?
Always.
Is that your favorite music style? Is EDM?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah. House music, mostly. Yeah.
How big do you think San Andreas is? The whole map?
I guess size of Brooklyn or something.
Twice the size of Manhattan. But it does kind of look like Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even make sense either. Twice the size of Manhattan, because that's, I don't know, it still seems kind of small, but it's still pretty cool. I guess that's
still smaller than Brooklyn, no? I don't know.
Yeah. And then most people know that in San Andreas, Ryder was supposed to be Eazy-E. Do you know who OG Loc was supposed to be?
Snoop or something?
Ja Rule.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh, I can see it, though. I can see it now.
Oh, because he's a little rasper, right?
Because I was just trying to picture people in a wife beater or like the white tank tops, and Ja Rule definitely a couple times would wear that. Makes sense.
You know what's one of my favorite parts of the game? Pissing off NPCs.
Yeah.
Like, I follow them until they start running. If they beep at me, I destroy their car. There's one where if you take a picture of one of those characters, is like the street performers. Mm-hmm. If you take a picture of them, they get angry if you don't give them a tip. How do you even tip? Is that how you tip a prostitute? Like, do you wait till the end and just automatically does it?
No, yeah, I think you do tip the guy, like that inspector guy. I forget that like superhero dude.
Oh yeah, I forget his name. Infinite Rage.
Yes, I said inspector guy.
I used to love when I played this game. Blue would make fun of me because I would run over like a deer, or I'd go out of my way to run over somebody, and she thought I was really rude about it. And then I'm sitting here watching her one day, and she runs over a rabbit, and you think she did it by accident, but you notice that she turned the car into the thing, and I'm like, yo, you gave me crap for like a month for doing stuff like this, and now you're just like, whatever, it's fun.
I didn't give you crap for a month. I think that this game just takes that out of you. It brings out the
desensitizes you.
The inner purge. It brings that out of you.
What's the weirdest thing you ever done in Grand Theft Auto game?
I don't know.
You know what I did?
What?
I snuck on the train, and I killed if you do it in the turn, you can kill the driver. And I just sat there and rode the rails, watching the sky, shot some cops down. Like, I don't know. It was like, oh, you were in DR. And I guess I was lonely and bored, so I played Grand Theft Auto, and I would just sit on the train and take the train ride through the city.
Dork.
Well, yeah. Sometimes being a video gamer, you have to be a dork.
GTA 5 definitely keeps me up at night. So much to think about with that game. If you're not playing GTA, you are not cool. But thank you so much for having me. Thank you for listening.
I'm finally cool.
We're now on Facebook. If you want to reach out and send us a message or give us some likes, you'll find us on under Sky SI. That's SKYSI. That's 2 words. You'll find it. And then on Instagram too.
I like to say Sky C.
Right. We're on Instagram too if you'd rather use that, and you'll find it under What Keeps Me Up at Night SI, and that's what _keeps_me_up_at_night SI. Thank you guys. So, Sky, what can we look forward to in the next one?
Well, I'm kind of excited about the next one. We're going back into like a little bit more conspiracy theories. We will actually look into if Lee Harvey Oswald was innocent. And I always thought that there was some kind of conspiracy because there's just so many weird things. But after reading some of the stuff I have, I don't think he was innocent, but like I definitely believe he may have been innocent. So if you'd like to find out why I think that, join us for our next podcast on the innocence of Lee Harvey Oswald. Good night, Blue.
Good night, Sky.